Right, so today we will learn about how to actually place certain objects on a photo. So let's actually put search a forest, a dark forest, forest photo. Okay, do something. Let's see, dark forest. Sometimes when you change the word of what you're searching, it will give you slightly different results. This is good. There's a pathway here. I want to search something that has a path in the middle. That's good. Maybe something like this. That's good. I'll choose this. So we'll wait till it finishes loading. Right click, copy image. Back here, paste. And so we have this. And so what I want to do is actually put a copy in there. Copy photo. And I want to look for a puppy running. Oh, this is the puppy that I used before. We can use it, but the legs are cut off, right? So we can use this one, which actually is complete. So this is actually relatively easy because I chose a kind of darker background, right? But in the future, we will learn about how to actually consider source of light, shadow, and things like that when you actually place certain object. But for today's purposes, we're just gonna actually learn how to place a small object in a big, dark place, which is actually pretty easy. So we're gonna actually go to resize it. How do we resize this? Okay, so adjustment, and we're going to change. Oh, transform. That's right. We're not, but this doesn't actually transform. I change it. Let me see. Adjustment generally changes the color of it. Let me see here. Layer. Okay. This is a little different compared to what I'm used to. That's why. Select, modify, border smooth, expand contract feather. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna actually do Control A, select all, modify, and then contract and see whether or not we can actually contract by, I don't know. I'm experimenting. Oh, it didn't do anything. Modify, border, expand, transform selection. Perfect. Okay, that's what we wanted. Okay, we're not changing the photo, strangely. So we're gonna go to layer. Okay, I'm having a little bit difficulty to actually make it smaller. I know how to do it on the other tool. Animation. Oh. Arrange. Okay, layer one. Let's see. Select all. Layer one. Selection. Modify, expand, contract. Transform selection. That's the one I know. Okay, go to I need to search it up. Free transform, that's the one I'm looking for. Oh, edit. Okay. It's under edit. So free transform, perfect. That's the one I was looking for. So realize that when you actually do this, it's really easy to change the aspect ratio. So what I would suggest is before you actually change it, so choose the layer, go to edit, free transform. Okay, and then actually hold down. Depends on whether or not you're using a Mac or Chromebook, but I'm holding down Shift to actually maintain the aspect ratio of the dock. Okay, so you're not going to actually have a really flattened dock like this. Okay, so once again, edit, transform. Oh, free transform. Hold down Shift and then shrink, and you actually have a picture that is the same aspect ratio as before, right? Click enter to finalize it. Well, to exit the free transform tool. And then what I'm going to do is to zoom in a little bit. And so you just need to get rid of the edges, right? So before we actually learned about how to actually edit the away things, right? To actually do patches. So this is actually just a patch, right? So you go to eraser, and I am going to change the brush to actually lighter, and then actually erase away some of the unnecessary things. And you know what? The smaller the area is, the smaller the brush you need, right? So feel free to actually do a lot of different strokes like this. For example, I messed up. I just do Control Z to go back, right? Okay, like this. So I really don't need this. The other way to actually remove a big area, but since it's so little, I'm just gonna do it by hand. And then if you want to move to the left, hold down space bar and then use your mouse to move to the left, right? And do as many clicks as you want. The more clicks there are, the easier for you to go back without messing everything up, right? So I'm just gonna carefully carve out the dog, the puppy. Great, they started vacuuming, of course. Of course. So now this doesn't really look really blended in, so there's actually one more step. Hopefully the vacuum is not going to get too close to me. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I mean, there's a kind of glow line around the dog, so I can actually work on even getting closer to the dog and less of the yellow sand and background there is, right? Oh, oh, I don't want to chop the ear. Like this. That's pretty good. And it might not look perfect, but guess what? When you actually zoom out, uh, that's pretty good. So I think the dog is still a little bit too big, right? So we can actually do free transform again, and then enter. That's pretty good. And then I go to the move tool, move it here. Now it looks pretty bright because it's a dark forest and then you have a bright dog, right? So there are a few ways for you to do it, but easy way to do it is actually to go here, change the opacity to lower. It will actually blend with the background a little bit. That's actually what you want. So that actually looks pretty good. And that's the result. Okay. So try it yourself, and you can use different background, different animals as well. But this is actually one of the things that I usually do with my students first.